I must ask you a question. What's going on, guys? It is I, RGT85. Hope everyone is having a great day. Buenos dias, y'all. But we have a lot of video game news to talk about today. A couple different stories that I want to cover, so we're just going to jump straight into it. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share the video, even though likes don't really matter anymore. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games, and we're going to start things off with the beef with Geoff Keighley. Now, obviously, this is very tongue-in-cheek. I'm taking it as a big joke. I hope he is taking it as a big joke as well. I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, the man does follow me on Twitter, so I assume he knows, like, I'm an idiot and I just like talk and, you know, like to ruffle feathers sometimes, but usually it's just in jest. Well, we had a little beef over Sting being at the Game Awards because, I mean, it's Sting, not the cool Sting, not the wrestler Sting. No. It is Sting, the 70-year-old white man. And of course, he is doing a song that's kind of related to video games. And we had a little bit of back and forth over on Twitter. Well, Geoff actually responded to me asking why Sting of all people, and he of course told me about the song that he did for the Arcane series. It's a beautiful song, blah blah blah, and I had to give him a reply because that's just how I am. I'm an infant with stuff like this, and I like to poke fun at people sometimes. So my suggestion for the Game Awards, I think, makes a lot more sense as a musical guest, more so than Sting, and that is WuTang. Now, stop laughing. Stop laughing. WuTang is a lot more involved in the video game industry than Sting is. Let's take a look, shall we? WuTang had a PlayStation 1 game with WuTang Shaolin Style. Excellent fighting game. It was originally Thrill Kill, but then rebranded as WuTang. Whatever. It's WuTang. That's awesome. They also had a custom PlayStation 1 controller that's very expensive nowadays. I still want to get my hands on one of those because I think it looks really cool. WuTang also has another game coming out very soon. It's been revealed that they're doing like an action RPG with WuTang characters, and it's like, it's WuTang. Like, think how many great albums WuTang has had. And yes, we have lost members around over the years, you know, RIP ODB, but still, like, Ghostface and Method Man and, you know, associates of the WuTang clan. You could get Redman in there. Like, WuTang makes a lot more sense than Sting does, Jeffrey. So we need to have a talk. I'm going to slide in your DMs after this video, and we're going to talk because we need to bring WuTang to the Game Awards because it makes more sense. And it's WuTang. WuTang! Next up, we have some people that are a bit upset with Sony, maybe not upset, but a bit disappointed when it comes to the December PlayStation Plus games, essentially games that if you sign up for the PlayStation Plus service, you get these games for free. And let's be realistic, Sony's holiday of 2021 hasn't really been all that great. Sure, they're selling systems and stuff like that, but if you already have a system, like, you know, the games aren't all that great unless you've missed some of the big titles throughout the year. Whereas, you know, companies like Nintendo had Metroid Dread. Of course, Microsoft has Halo Infinite, which I'm still very addicted to. Sony's just kind of there. They don't really have any big marquee title, of course, because they had to delay a bunch of stuff. But it looked like, you know, it looked like PlayStation Plus was actually going to be interesting for December because there was lots of rumors that Godfall, which of course released last year for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, was actually going to be a free game with the service. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You know, Godfall is a game that I didn't check out, but I would check it out if it's on PlayStation Plus because I'm interested in it. Well, Godfall is kind of coming to PlayStation Plus in a roundabout way with like a version of the game where it's like, kind of like an extended demo. I don't really know how to describe it. It's basically a character that is completely maxed out that you play as, and you don't do any of the actual story of the game where you actually, like, you know, grind and stuff to build up your character. Your character's already maxed out, and then you have 3 different scenarios that you can do of end game stuff after the story stuff within this game, within this version that will be coming out on PlayStation Plus. And then if you choose to do so, you can actually buy the game at a discounted price. And then, like, I don't understand this. I don't understand. You're skipping the entire point of the game with the story mode and just getting straight into the end game stuff with a character that's already max leveled out. So what is my incentive to go back and buy this game and then play through the game if I've already experienced the end game stuff? Like, I'm sure the end game stuff is fine, but I don't think it's going to be something that will make me want to actually purchase the game after checking it out on PlayStation Plus. Like, why is a demo Why is it essentially a demo for a game, one of the games that you're offering on PlayStation Plus? At least do a timed sort of trial. Like, hell, Nintendo sucks at doing online stuff, but one thing that they do that's, you know, sort of okay are these week-long trials of games where you can play the entire game for a week, and then if you want to pick it up afterwards, you can do that. I feel like Godfall would be a game that would be good to do something like that instead of just skipping to the end game stuff. So there's a lot of people that are very confused by this. They don't really like it because maybe this is setting a precedent for PlayStation Plus games going forward in the future, but yeah, I'm not checking this out. Like, why would I want the end game stuff? I want to actually play the game itself, not just skip to the end game stuff. So good job, Sony, releasing a demo. That's a free game. Next up, change.org is something that I think it's really stupid. Like, maybe in some aspects of life, like, it actually helps with things, but when it comes to the stuff I care about, aka video games, I don't think a change.org petition has ever done anything. Like, people do change.org petitions for every sort of thing with video games. Like, I don't like this character, remove this character, why doesn't this company do this? Like, it's so stupid, and people buy into it and they get really behind it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's just stupid because nothing ever really comes of this. But this latest change.org petition, I'm actually going to give some shine to because this is something I want to see, and I think there's enough stuff behind it to actually make this come to fruition. So you might remember a couple years ago, probably like 2 years ago or something, there were heavy rumors that a Mortal Kombat HD collection was essentially being worked on. Now, what this was going to be was original Mortal Kombat games, I believe 1 through Ultimate 3, done in an HD graphical style and released on modern platforms. This was very heavily rumored, so much in fact that I thought it was actually going to happen. Of course, time has come and gone and nothing ever came of it. So where did this rumor sort of come from, and why are people talking about this again now? Well, there's a change.org petition to actually make this happen. But what's interesting about this is it seems like this game is already done. It seems like this game is already made, essentially. So an indie company actually came along and created this game, an HD collection of Mortal Kombat games. They pitched this to Ed Boon, and Ed Boon loved it. Of course, Ed Boon is the person behind Mortal Kombat. Him and John Tobias, you know, essentially made Mortal Kombat. So Ed Boon gave this game his blessing. He was like, yes, do this. This looks awesome. And I think that's where these rumors came from, because it seems like this indie company already has the blessings of everyone needed, except for one person, and that is of course Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers essentially felt that this game wasn't going to be profitable enough. It wouldn't sell at least 100,000 copies in order to cover like marketing costs of this. And it's like, are y'all stupid? Like, this is the problem with Suits in the video game industry. Okay, maybe it won't sell 100,000 copies on one platform, which I definitely think it will, because it's not like we're talking about a $60 game here, but this is going to be a multi-platform release. You honestly think, Warner Brothers, that this game wouldn't sell 100,000 copies across multiple platforms? Pish posh, hogwash. That is ridiculous. That's the problem with having these suits in charge of video game companies now, because they're disconnected. Like, Mortal Kombat is still very hot. Okay, when I moved, I had movers move all of my arcade stuff and pretty much everything because I didn't want to deal with it. Do you know the one game that my movers were absolutely obsessed with? It was Mortal Kombat. I was upstairs when we moved into this place and I hear like Mortal Kombat sounds coming from the basement. I'm like, what the hell is that? So I came down here and two of them were playing Mortal Kombat, and I was like, this isn't coming out of my time or anything like that, right? And they're like, no, you're good. So Mortal Kombat is still very popular. People love Mortal Kombat. And if you're doing an HD collection of the original Mortal Kombat games, this would sell well over 100,000 copies. So like I said, there's a change.org petition going on right now to show Warner Brothers that yes, this game would indeed sell over 100,000 copies. So I have it linked in the description box down below. Make sure you guys go check it out, because this is something that needs to happen. I think this would be super cool. It would be awesome to see these games in a full HD visual style. I think the visual style that they're using in this game looks absolutely fantastic. You know, it kind of looks like a fan project, but I think that's what we would want from something like this. Just something simple, something clean, and something fun to play. And we already know these games are fun to play. So check out the change.org petition in the comment or in the description box down below if you want to make this come a reality, because I sure as hell do. And finally, the Nintendo Switch, something we've talked about a time or two before on this channel, is obviously a very hot holiday item, and the Switch system has been selling very well. But one area that I still think sucks when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, besides like the wonky online stuff, is the fact that they are horrible, absolutely horrible at doing bundles for this system. Let's look back at some of the bundles we have gotten with this system, and really the main bundle seems to be the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. Of course, last Black Friday, they did the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle, and then this Black Friday, they did the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. The exact same thing. The Neon controller Joy-Con Nintendo Switch model with a copy of Mario Kart 8 digitally, and of course, 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online service for $299.99. And it's like, I mean, it's cool. Like, obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just an insanely high selling game and a game that a lot of people want. But why not do some more bundles? Why not have a little bit more variety? You have this system called the Nintendo Switch Lite that, let's be realistic, it's not lighting the sales charts on fire anymore. You know, people seem to have completely forgotten about this system. Why not bundle something with the Switch Lite and, you know, have like $250? You get the Switch, you get the Switch Lite, you get a copy of a popular game and like a couple months of a trial for a Nintendo Switch Online service. Do a custom Nintendo Switch Lite. Like, it's not like that's really hard to do, to throw some graphics on the system or something like that. Look at the 2DS and the 3DS. There were millions of bundles with that, but there are like no bundles for the Nintendo Switch. Well, now there's a new bundle. There is a new Nintendo Switch bundle, and I mean, it's not great. So this is a Walmart exclusive, it appears, and this Nintendo Switch bundle is $299.99. It consists of the Neon Joy-Con Nintendo Switch system that we all know and love. But the main difference with this is it comes with a case to protect your Switch. That's interesting. And 12 months of the Nintendo Switch Online service for $299.99. It's like, what is the point of this? Like, it's cool, you're saving some money, you know, the case, if you want to use the case, the Switch Online, you're probably going to get it anyways, but you're not getting the expansion pack with it. So if you want to do the N64 stuff, you have to upgrade that 12 months that you have already. And it's like, just do a better bundle. I get it. The system is selling phenomenally well, but the system will continue to sell well, especially if you do specific bundles built around games. Like, where is a custom Zelda Nintendo Switch? Like, that is ridiculous that they didn't do that for the 35th anniversary. Where is a Mario-themed Nintendo Switch? And I'm not talking about just Joy-Con colors. Put some graphics on the back of the system itself. Put some graphics on the dock. Like, yeah, we had the red one. We had the red Mario system. And it was like, oh, it's Mario. It's red and blue. It's like, come on. Come on. You need to do better, Nintendo. You need to have more system variants, and you need to have more system bundles, because that's going to bring more people in. I don't know why I'm complaining about this, because it obviously has no bearing on my life. I have multiple Nintendo Switch systems to begin with anyways, OLEDs and regulars and other regulars. Like, I got too many of these damn things. But the fact of the matter is, people want variants. People want a reason to sort of collect these systems, and people want quality bundles, because quality bundles help sell systems. So Nintendo, get your shit together and make some better bundles, or else nothing, because you're still going to continue to sell these systems. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you think of everything in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video as well. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.